Did you know that the furrier members of your family are at risk to things that may seem harmless to humans? Do you remember that famous Oreo cookie ad from the 90s with the little boy dunking his cookies into a glass of milk on the porch while his golden retriever looked on in envy? Well, if you don't recall, allow me to remind you of his timeless wisdom. "Mom says chocolate isn't good for dogs, but you can have the rest of my milk," said the young actor. Him and his wise mother were indeed correct. Theobromine, a bitter-tasting chemical compound found in chocolate, is difficult for dogs to process and metabolize effectively, which can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, increased thirst, restlessness, panting, excessive urination, and increased heart rate. In extreme cases, the symptoms of chocolate consumption can lead to seizures, muscle contractions, and even heart failure. If your dog has somehow gotten their paws on your chocolatey confectionery, it's best to monitor them for aforementioned symptoms. Raisins and grapes can sometimes solicit similar symptoms to chocolate. This negative reaction has been linked to the tartaric acid found in grapes and can lead to vomiting, diarrhea, and excessive thirst, as well as kidney damage. Talking about things that are bad for the kidneys, alcohol consumption is not only a detriment to human health, but is bad for our furry friends too, albeit for different reasons. Alcohol cannot be metabolized by dogs and can lead to problems such as dangerously low body temperature, respiratory depression, and lethargy. Sharing a beer with your best friend is only a good idea if you're both of legal drinking age and both have opposable thumbs. Alcohol is a poison only recommended for humans, and dogs shouldn't even be allowed to lick it up off the floor, although they sometimes get to it before we can clean it up. If you notice that your possibly poisoned pet is sluggishly slumped or moping around, do not attempt to pour them a cup of coffee as a pick-me-up. Caffeine is also a no-go, so go slow on the cup of joe for your doggy, bro. In fact, don't go at all. Caffeine can cause the usual poisoning symptoms of diarrhea and vomiting, as well as loss of muscle control and seizures, tremors, heightened blood pressure, and cardiac arrhythmias. Here's one that will probably make your heart skip a beat. Did you know that cooked bones can be potentially perilous for your poor puppy? Beside the fact that cooking removes nutrients from a healthy bone, it also makes bones less malleable and more prone to splintering. These broken bone bits can be sharp and damage your dog's mouth, or get stuck in their throat or intestines. Sharp shards of broken bones can cause some serious damage both on their way down and on their way out. It's advised that you don't give your dogs cooked bones, unless of course you want the vet to have a bone to pick with you and your dog. Another surprising food item that could be causing your four-pawed pal pain or discomfort and potentially lowering their lifespan are macadamias. I know it seems nuts, but macadamias are bad for our dogs, and giving them to your dog can lead to issues such as pancreatitis because of their high fat content. It's not just nuts. All fatty foods, even too many avocados, can have a negative effect on the duration of your dog's life. Too many fatty foods can also lead to obesity, which is quite obviously not good for their health. Other more obvious detriments to doggy longevity are pesticides and lawn chemicals, as well as cleaning products like tile cleaner and floor polish. If you see your dog licking the floor after it's just been cleaned, or eating grass that you just sprayed with weed killer, keep an eye out for indications of poisoning such as vomiting and diarrhea, and get them to the closest vet if they seem as though their curiosity may have gotten the best of them. Just like licking strange things can be a dangerous habit your dog has, your strange habits can also be affecting their health too. Smoking or vaping near your dog, or in a confined space, is just as bad for their lungs as it is for yours. If you must smoke, make sure that your dog isn't smoking along with you by ensuring that the environment you're smoking in is outdoors, or at least well ventilated. Over-the-counter medication can also be harmful to your pill-popping pup, so make sure to place the paracetamol out of your curious canine's reach. It's not just painkillers that can be harmful, of course. All medication not made specifically for dogs has the potential for being poisonous and even deadly to them. So it's best to consult a vet before considering giving your dog a remedy that has given you sweet relief in the past. Speaking of sweet relief, xylitol, a sugar substitute found in sugar-free candies, chewing gums, and drinks, is also harmful to your sweet scamp. Xylitol is more quickly absorbed into a dog's bloodstream than in humans and causes the pancreas to release insulin, which may require hospitalization in order to monitor their blood sugar levels. Xylitol can be found in many sugar-free foods and drinks these days, so be sure to carefully check the label before giving your dog anything that could cause them any harm. Causing your dog harm would most certainly be a crying shame. But do you know what else is bad for dogs and will make you cry? Onions! Well, technically all plants belonging to the allium family, including garlic, are bad for dogs because they contain thiosulfate, which causes oxidative damage to red blood cells, which leads to hemolytic anemia. Essentially, onions, garlic, and all plants belonging to the allium family are not good for your dog's health. Being aware of the dangers that certain foods and substances pose to our dogs, and doing our best to mitigate their exposure to them, is by far the most important thing we can do to ensure that our dogs live long, happy, and healthy lives. A healthy, balanced diet including fresh cooked vegetables like sweet potatoes, broccoli, and spinach, cooked or raw lean meats like chicken, turkey, and fish, fruits like bananas, apples, and berries, and grains such as oats, brown rice, and quinoa will ensure that your precious pet has all the nutrients it needs. If you prefer to give your dog pellets or canned food, make sure that the food is of a high quality and has at least passed the AAFCO, Association of American Feed Control, or equivalent standards. Dental chews and other toys and treats will also help them clean their teeth of any gunk left behind after a meal, as oral hygiene is important for your dog's health and longevity too. Being aware of your dog's sensitivities and the potential problems caused by lack of nutrition, attention, and stimulation will also make you more aware of their needs and help you understand them a lot better. At the end of the day, all your dog really needs is for you to be the best friend they already think you are. And it's not that difficult to provide them with the love, healthy lifestyle, healthy environment, and healthy stimulation they need to thrive. Allowing your dog to get plenty of stimulation, both physically and mentally, will not only make them healthier, but happier too. Playing with your precious pooch and taking them on adventures is a great way to work both their cognitive and physical faculties while spending time with them. Allowing your dog to get plenty of exercise and stimulation will also help them maintain a healthy body weight, which will ensure a long and happy life. Like the saying goes, it's not just about the amount of years in your life, but the amount of life in your years.